I was just like, I need this.
Hello, listeners, and thank you for tuning into Those Nerds Over There. We are your hosts. I'm Alan.
And I'm Sal.
This is the podcast where we take a part of nerd culture and talk about it passionately like nerds do. And holy crap, Sal, this week was so freaking lit.
Oh, yeah.
That Nintendo Direct and the release of Apex Legends, all these new movie trailers, like, oh.
I can't wait to talk about it. Guys, I'm so excited.
Oh my! So yeah, we're just gonna go straight into our nerd question because we have so much we want to talk about today.
Yeah, it was a good week for nerds.
Oh hell yeah! But without further ado, we have our nut jar. This is a jar I emptied of its nuts, and now it is filled with fan-asked nerd-themed questions. If you have a fun question you'd like to pose kind of to nerd culture, or at least the listeners of this podcast, feel free to send those to our Twitter at ThoseNerdsCast, or our email, thosenerdscast@gmail.com. Be sure to include some kind of like social media link so we can give you a shout-out. But here we go.
Yes. Now with 10% more power for consuming the other false god.
It's a lot fuller now, ever since I ate the wheel. But okay, so this one is from Kazel.
2 weeks in a row.
Dude, she gave us a lot of good questions. But
Yeah.
our previous co-host Kazel, she's great. You follow her on Twitter at Kazeloo, Kazeloo. She's drawing art right now, preparing for a convention. It looks great. It's Spider-Man themed so far, and she has pictures of her dog. Check out her Twitter. But she asked this week, favorite Final Fantasy?
Oh.
Yep.
Of course that's a Kazel question. She loves that game.
She's a just huge Final Fantasy nerd. But
Yeah.
she made it a point to also talk about including anime movies and spin-offs.
Okay. Well, let's just, grab those and toss them out the window because
Damn, Sal.
I've actually never seen any of them, so.
I was going to say, I think one of my favorites is kind of a spin-off.
Oh, okay, then never mind. That's reverse.
Okay, I'm not sure if it counts as a spin-off. I think a lot of people would say it's not.
What?
Final Fantasy Tactics?
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that game.
Would that be a spin-off or nah?
I don't know because it's not like there's like a canon, right?
Like, what, like the canon Final Fantasy?
Exactly.
The games aren't related.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So because they're not related, like, why wouldn't it be part of the main line, right?
Oh, that's true. Oh my goodness. Then never mind.
Huh.
Yeah, Final Fantasy. I started with the Game Boy Advance one because I didn't know there was a super old one. And this was like after I exhausted the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblems and I wanted something more. And yeah, I picked up Final Fantasy Tactics and holy crap, that game was crazy. There was this intense plot, including like bullying and your crippled brother. And,
yes, there was a lot of bullying.
And your friend who wanted so badly to escape from his life.
Yeah.
So I was not expecting that. But I really like their class system, and I'm going to bring up that class system later. And yeah, no, because my Fire Emblem love, Final Fantasy Tactics was great. And you got one of like the best side characters of Mont Blanc.
Yep. Did you play Tactics after Fire Emblem?
I did. Fire Emblem was my entry into this tactical JRPG genre.
I see. Final Fantasy Tactics was actually my entry.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize it because I played Final Fantasy Tactics on the Game Boy Advance also.
Because it came out on that.
Yeah. Well, it was also like on the PS1. I don't remember. There was another one. Anyway, yeah, I played it on the Game Boy, but that was like in middle school
Oh yeah, it's hella old.
or elementary. It might have been elementary, but like it was the game like, strategy was so hard to grasp at that time for me for some reason. And I just remember loving it, especially the class system. But then I played Fire Emblem, and I was like, this game. And I didn't really appreciate Final Fantasy Tactics until I actually went back and played it again later. So,
ooh, when did you go back and play it again?
I think I played it back in high school, but that's not my favorite game of the Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy 9 is my favorite.
Which one is 9?
That's the one with Vivi.
Oh, snap. Oh, wait. Is that the one also with the Zidane?
I don't know. They get mixed up in my head.
He was like a blonde kid with a monkey tail as the main pro tag.
I think so. I know he was blonde.
I had like no exposure to that game, and I think I watched our friend Jacob play it like a little.
Yeah, he's Jake's our mutual friend. He's actually the one that got me to play it. So
oh snap!
Yeah.
What makes that one your favorite?
Well, see, my problem is
your problem.
Yes, my problem. And Kazel's gonna hate me for this.
Hi, Kazel.
So Tactics and 9 are the only ones I've actually finished.
So they're your favorites by default.
Yes. So I played a little of 7, and I played a little of 1 and 2. I played 13, and I put that one down out of because I just didn't want to play it anymore. And I didn't play the new one, though. I didn't play 15, so...
I bought 15, but I don't have anything nearly powerful enough to run the game, and I'm just, like, staring at it in my Steam inventory, like, I want to play, I want to play, I want to play, I want to play.
Nice.
No, not nice. Agony.
You bought the game before you got the system.
I have this. I'm guilty.
So yeah, it's kind of my favorite by default.
I was gonna say my other favorite Final Fantasy was unpopular, but Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I really liked the story for some reason. It was like absolutely nuts and made no damn sense, but I really liked it.
Oh man, it bored me. I really like Lightning though.
Lightning's great. Oh my god. I love Lightning. I love Snow. I love Sarah. The only person that the game kind of throws aside is Saz.
I mean, yeah, that's the game that like people love to hate for good reason, in my opinion. However, I don't think it's as bad as people say. I mean, I didn't like it and didn't finish it, but I wouldn't call it like a trash game.
It didn't murder your family.
Exactly.
That just reminded me of that meme you were showing me about the dog people versus cat people. Where it's like cat people are like, yeah, dogs are cool, and then the dog people are like, cats killed my family.
Yes. Like, people that don't like cats are ruthless.
Me.
Well, there you go. That's our favorite Final Fantasy.
Our favorite
by
Final
default.
Oh man, I did not play 7 or Crisis Core.
Yeah. You know, we've failed the nerd culture and not playing 7, but you know what we did play? Fire Emblem.
Reach for my hand, I'll soar away into the dawn. No, I wish I could stay. Oh my god, the drought has ended.
The drought.
The Fire Emblem community, we were so thirsty for anything. The last time we got anything on Three Houses was E3 of 2018. It's 2019 now. I think it's been like half a year. We got addicted to a phone game. We were so thirsty for Fire Emblem content.
It's true. And you remember when it was scheduled to release last year?
Was it?
Yeah, it was scheduled to release in the final quarter of 2018. And then they pushed it back. And they're like, just kidding, spring of 2019. And unfortunately, they pushed it back again. But we have a release date.
Finally, an announced release date. July 26th, people.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh, where do we even freaking start on this?
I don't know. I guess with the first E3, like, introduce what houses is, I suppose.
Okay. So Fire Emblem Three Houses is the next upcoming entry into the main Fire Emblem series, and it's the Fire Emblem for the Switch. The next Fire Emblem is gonna be great. It's giving us such freaking heavy Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn vibes and prequel. People freaking love Ike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people go nuts for Ike.
He's a good boy.
Nah, man, we like Ike, but Roy's our boy.
Oh, well, yeah.
There you go.
He fights for his friends.
So does every Kingdom Hearts character.
But did they get in Smash? No.
Ooh, oh my god, quick tangent. Oh my god, Joker's coming. End of spring. Smash.
Yeah, well, but we didn't really get much about him, so... Yeah.
I don't need anything else. I love Joker. I'm ready. Give it to me.
It's like, every part of me is ready.
Right, but Three Houses is the next entry into the Fire Emblem series. If you watch the E3 trailer from 2018, you have no idea what's going on. They don't tell you anything. All we got were a bunch of memes, which is great.
Yeah.
But this Nintendo Direct that came out on February 13th, like, gave us a final, like, a peek. They tell us what the kind of the plots, the intro plot of the game is, and that you have this country. It's divided into three separate kingdoms. They were, right now it's a time of peace, and for some reason, they've all agreed to have this central school / church called the Garreg Mach Monastery, and that's where you, the player character, because they are reintroducing the My Unit character, and they're called Byleth, but you can rename them. And that's where the kind of theme for this game is, because now you're at this school. Each country has their own houses, and now it feels very Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's like, it's strange. It feels like a Harry Potter / Persona / Fire Emblem.
Ooh, oh my, that's what I love about this so much.
Yeah, it's funny too, because I watched it and I didn't care for it at first.
What?
Yeah, I had to rewatch it because, listen, my expectations going into that Nintendo Direct were so high. Just ridiculously high. And the last time we talked about it was at E3.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave us this huge, like, overarching plot about the Crest are to blame. And we got none of that. We got none of that.
Yeah,
nothing.
We don't know anything more about the Crest or the goddess.
And so I was expecting so much about, like, the story or just something, but it turned into like a happy-go-lucky, like, Harry Potter. And so I was like, it was like very jarring for me. But then I went back and watched it, and I was like, this is so good, because
oh, thank God. I was gonna be like, how dare you?
it's sticking to what Fire Emblem does best, but it also is like a lot more like, we're not gonna just stick to like the past, it's like a more modern take on Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
and that's
it's taking the parts from the old games that we love, and it's refining them to what it looks like these like really good teas.
Yeah, so like that, like that's exactly what I wanted from this game. I didn't want to do like another like just generic Fire Emblem game, which, I mean, in all intents and purposes, it might end up being that anyway. We don't know, but it looks good so far.
Well, no, I'm not gonna mention that.
Mention what?
I mean, like all Fire Emblem games kind of follow this like insane kind of plot line where you've got your blue-haired protag, got a dragon, an insane villain, and a villain that is smart and affable or whatever.
Yeah.
And then a dragon shows up at some point, and then you need the Fire Emblem to kill it.
Yeah. And it is kind of it's kind of setting itself up like that, but with the whole school and stuff, I think that's a ploy that they're working on to make it seem generic, and they're going to do something different, or at least I'm hoping so.
I'm hoping for a lot. I'm not gonna say this is gonna be the game that saves Fire Emblem because that's what Awakening was.
Yeah.
But I want to go through like what we've been shown that I'm super excited about real quick.
All right. No, definitely.
So Fire Emblem 7 was my first Fire Emblem, and in that one, right, you have 3 separate routes. You follow each protagonist, and that's like something I'm really loving about this, because you become the teacher at the school and you choose which house to become the teacher of, and that's just reminding me like, hey, you can pick these story routes, and you know they may be the same story routes, but there's slight variation because you pick this character to follow, right?
Right.
So very reminiscent of like Fire Emblem 7 for me.
Yeah.
Animation's very, like I said, Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn. But the thing they did, remember from the trailers, where they've actually populated the battlefield?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. It doesn't feel so weird when you're just watching one person fight another person.
It's like, these are supposed to be armies fighting each other? Why is there like 10 people?
Exactly. It feels the weapon, like the battle feels so good now.
Yeah. Like, the scale feels so much bigger.
There we go, the scale. Ooh.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to feel. So it is really nice.
Something I'm really hoping for that Shadows of Valentia delivered on, that they showed they can do, is that this just beautifully voice acted scenes. Like Shadows, yeah, Echoes had. I was so surprised that they had voice acted literally almost everything, especially all the support conversations. That fucking blew my mind. It was amazing. The voice acting is great. I love Python. He's my favorite.
Oh, none of the voice actors did bad in that game too. Like, it was solid.
So like the one thing I was thinking was like, Echoes had no right to be like that good.
Yeah, especially because like they just dropped the game on us.
Exactly.
Like, it wasn't all hyped up like Fates was. They were just like, well, here's a remake. There you go.
It's like the biggest advertisement I felt for like Echoes was just me playing my phone game, like, hey, check out these units.
Yeah, and it ended up being like such a good game. I liked it a lot more than Fates. So
like, I don't think it's unreasonable for me to have this like expectation, 3 houses are gonna have the same level, right?
Right. I think that's fair, and it's definitely gonna be all voice acted. You can see from the trailers that they're actually speaking, so I don't see why you would just make them speak without any actual sounds coming out.
Well, I mean, they do that, right? Where you've got dialogue scrolling by, but they just make the hmms and yes sounds.
Yeah, but it's like it looks like they're actually talking. Their mouths move to the words on the screen.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to go over this trailer like a 7th time.
That's what I said. I went over the trailer and I was like, okay, I'm down for this. But like, one thing I'm like really excited about is their whole like class system is like all changed now.
It's
like
the class system.
It's so cool because you can make your characters like anything you want them to be. It's
like unlocked. It just reminds me, it reminds me of like the Final Fantasy tactics system. You can make anyone anything. You just have to give them specific training. But I guess like sticking closer to Fire Emblem, it reminds me of like if you unlocked the villager system from Echo. Yeah, I'm like, holy crap.
It's like, get no more like, oh, gotta level up, gotta get the second seal, gotta master seal, gotta go back to level 1, and then I gotta marry this person to get this skill. No, just do what you want.
You can make everyone anything. It's like school. You can learn what you want.
Exactly. And it takes place in a school.
I think that was one of the funniest parts of the trailer, right? When they had Edelgard become a brigand after all her schooling.
Right. It's gonna be a good game. I have high expectations, which might not be the best, but
I mean, you're always the one that's like, I'm gonna go in low expectations so things aren't ruined.
I know.
And you but you went in with high expectations for the trailer, and then after rewatching it, it was still good. It became good, right?
Yeah. Things that are very dear to my heart are hard to have not high expectations for. So, especially from the first trailer, like, after that first trailer, if they just gave us something crappy, I would have been so upset.
It's like, or I wish they gave us anything after that first trailer, because we were ravenous.
Yeah.
Like, we had nothing for so long.
I was just like on the edge of my seat. I was like, they're gonna push it back another year. Like, where's the next trailer? We don't have time. It's supposed to come out next month.
Yeah, 6 months later, during that drought, that song I just sang, I still freaking listen to it.
And it's all covers too, right?
It is. And it's like, because there's that portion where Edelgard is speaking over the singer, there's a portion we don't know the lyrics to, so all the covers are taking like liberties trying to figure out what that lyric is.
Rip.
Sorry, I just want to make a quick return to mechanical changes. We're getting weapon durability back.
Yes.
Oh my god. Thank goodness. I try to like Fates, but what they did to the weapons, it was a little sad.
I hated the weapons in Fates.
Like silver weapons were just got so gimped.
Yeah. It was very sad that the best weapon you're supposed to have sucks.
But I'm wondering if they're during the Game Boy Advance series, they had the mechanic where you had like every character had their own like weight, right?
Uh-huh.
I was wondering if I kind of want that to make a return too, if they're gonna reintroduce like weapon durability, because that was kind of a thing in Awakening where they got rid of it, but then everyone kind of just became OP.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, but like weapon durability's always been like, it's kind of a tactic. So why they took that out in the first place, I don't even know.
I guess there's an argument about like trying to reduce tedium, but
I suppose, but like you could have turned off weapon durability in like casual mode or something.
Oh, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually, damn it, why didn't they do that? That's a really good that's a really good like middle ground.
But yeah, Fire Emblem, really excited. I know for a fact they're probably gonna release like one more trailer.
Oh, they better.
Before the game comes out.
They just showed us like, we don't know anything about the crests. Who is Saros? Why are her crests so bad?
Right? What are the crests? Why are they to blame?
Quick question. Which house are you going to pick? First go through.
Oh, easy. Golden Deers.
Claude?
They are the hipsters.
Oh my goodness. It's like, I have to go with Edelgard. I have to figure out why the crests are to blame.
I think you're probably going to figure that out regardless of who you choose, but...
True, but also, like, when was the last time we got an Axe Lord?
True.
Don't say Camilla.
Oh god, no, I wasn't. I mean, to be fair though, she could probably just wield whatever she wants.
Right, but there's canon. There's canonicity in Fire
Well, what if that's not her canon though? What if it's a sword?
We've just been shown in trailers her always wielding an axe, and it's now
You don't know. It's still in development, okay?
We've seen the trailers. Each character has been shown with specific weapons.
Anyway.
Oh my, July.
So during the same day as the Nintendo Direct, we got another announcement.
Do tell, Sal.
He's like, oh, here it comes. So, guys, as you all know, or as I'm going to tell you, we're getting Frozen 2. That is the Disney movie. Don't at me with those stupid memes about that other movie that's called Frozen. Anyways.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a movie called Frozen, and it's like, I think it's like a B horror movie or something. Anyway, Frozen 2. Oh my god. So the news for Frozen 2 came out while I was at work at like 7 in the morning. Kristen Bell, I believe, was the first one to tweet about it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and she...
Before Disney?
I mean, that was the first thing I saw, but I don't follow Disney. I think it would have been promoted, though, right?
That's actually how I saw it. The promoted Disney tweet.
So, but I didn't see that. I just saw Kristen Bell tweeting about it. And she was like, it's happening, guys, or whatever. And I was like, what? And I looked at it, and it said Frozen 2, and I was like, no. No.
No. Yes.
I was just like in shock that this was a thing. And like moments later, my friend texted me with the little poster that says November with the snowflake, and it says Frozen 2, and I was like, oh my god, it was real. And so I go,
Did you go back onto Bell was lying to you?
I don't know what I was thinking. So I go back on Twitter and I watch the teaser trailer, and oh my god, guys.
Yo, that trailer.
It was so good. If you have not watched the trailer, it is so good. It was so good that like I got emotional.
Oh my god, Sal.
Oh my god, like I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, I need a moment. I had to go sit down somewhere.
Oh my, wow. Sal.
It was the music. The music got me. In the trailer, it uses like, I don't even know, like Scandinavian. I don't know what kind of music they use or whatever.
I'm pretty sure the Ice Queen's is Scandinavian too.
Okay, then I think it's Scandinavian, but it's like that same melody that comes up during the first Frozen, during like the intro and outro of the movie. Mm-hmm. And it's like this really like nice melody with these like people humming, and the soundtrack for Frozen, like I love to death. It's not even the songs, it's the score too. So when I heard that score again, mixed with like all these things from the trailer, I was just like, it was too much. I was so excited.
Okay, I was watching it, and I think everyone on the internet was saying this too. Like, the tone of the trailer was the most shocking thing, right?
Yes. And that's what got me too, because I was so afraid that this movie would release a trailer or come out and it would just be a carbon copy of the original. And I usually hate sequels like to death. So when I seen this trailer and the tone was like so like way different, I was like, yes, they're doing exactly what I wanted them to do.
You even hate Disney sequels?
Yeah, I don't like Disney sequels.
I mean, like real sequels, not like the direct-to-DVD sequels.
No, like real sequels.
Wow, okay.
So like, I hated Cars 2, which everyone hates, so that's not saying much. I don't really care that much for The Lion King 2. I hate Toy Story 2. Yeah. I didn't like Finding Dory. And, well, I liked Incredibles 2, but I didn't think it was better than the original, so I don't know. I'm not a good sequel person, so I have super high expectations for this one because it's Frozen and it looks so great, and just seeing Elsa running through that water or the ocean practicing her powers, I was just like, yes, give me
like
all of it.
Struck
I'm ready.
by waves.
I'm so ready, please. It's gonna be good. I know it. And I'm gonna go see it like 10 times again. I know it.
Have you gotten to the frozen world in Kingdom Hearts 3 yet?
No, I have not. I've been busy.
Fair.
So, yeah, I got to Twilight Town. That's where I'm at right now. So, Frozen 2, if you have not seen the trailer, please do yourself a favor.
Was Olaf seen in the trailer at all?
I don't think so. But you know what was seen in that trailer? That rendered hair. I was like, oh my god, look at that hair. And not just Elsa's, but Anna's hair. Like, she got a new haircut. Like,
was it Elsa? She tied her hair back, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. But like, it looks basically the same.
Was it when I was watching her run through the ocean? I'm just like, wait a second, are her clothes made from ice? What? And that's it. I'm just like, aren't they gonna melt or something?
I mean,
that's the tangent thought I had.
Right. let's think about this magic practically. But anyway, November, Frozen 2. Go watch it. If you know me, you're gonna watch it because I'm gonna make you watch it. But if you don't know me, go watch it.
You're gonna drag me to the freaking Aliante.
Yes.
The next thing I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Holy crap. Have you heard of Apex Legends?
Oh, yes, I have.
This is the hottest new thing right now.
Are you sure? Is it not Tetris 99?
Oh my god. Freaking Nintendo Direct.
Nintendo just killing it.
Oh my god. That entire, like, you got Mario Maker 2, you got that remake of the original Zelda. Looks really cute.
It does.
But, sorry, Apex Legends. It is the hottest new thing, Sal, because within the first week, these are statistics I stole from Wikipedia.
Perfect.
25 million downloads, 2 million concurrent players, and I just looked at Twitch. Or at the time of this recording, they're still #1 most viewed by 100,000 more viewers.
Oh, wow.
I have been playing, I've been attempting to play Apex Legends. My processor isn't great, but even though I'm having trouble playing it, I have never had so much fun playing a battle royale game. And I have played a lot of them, Sal. I played H1Z1, PUBG, Fortnite, Realm Royale. I have literally tried so hard to like this genre. And it's been difficult, but I'm so in love with Apex Legends. It isn't just any kind of battle royale. They have combined hero shooter genre with a battle royale genre, and we love Overwatch. People love Overwatch. That's not news. And combining these concepts it feels so fun playing it, because it isn't just, oh, hey, it's all gunplay, right? You've got powers. You can actually do something outside of shooting.
And it's so, like, a thing that's, like, kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say totally different, but kind of different, is that it's a lot more team focused than the other games, right?
I don't want to say yes, but I think because a lot of streaming Fortnite and whatever is solo, it kind of seems like that.
Okay.
But because you're in a squad. All of these games, you're in a squad, and if you're playing solo, you're gonna die. Law of large numbers, you're gonna die.
But right, I have not personally played Apex Legends yet.
I'm gonna get you to play this.
So I don't know, but from what I've seen, it seems like you need your team more than you do in the other games, because on the other games, if you're good enough, you can kind of do your own thing. But I feel like in this game, you kind of need everyone. But that's kind of from an outsider's perspective, so I don't know. I want
to say yes and no, because, if we look at hero shooters, you need the team because...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you need the team. You build the team comp around the abilities, around the objectives. Those abilities win the game, right? That comp wins the game.
Right.
But the abilities in Apex Legends, your Legends abilities, they're cool, they're fun to play with, but none of them are broken. You getting your ult isn't going to be like in, say, Overwatch, where your ult's going to get you the objective. There's still a very heavy emphasis on gunplay and aiming. And, if you look at these past FPS pros on Twitch, and my god, you should, I'm watching Shroud, and I'm just, like, bewildered by
Oh.
how good his aim is, how his squad can play without the medic character, how they go looking for fights. Like, holy crap, Shroud.
Right.
So there's definitely like, if you have good aim, I think you could still carry your team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So but I'm sad. Like, that's not much. I know that's not much of an answer. A yes or and no.
It's a complex answer, okay?
Something they've done. There are two things amazing, and I should have mentioned this earlier. The game is made by Respawn Entertainment. They're the ones that developed Titanfall. Apex Legends actually takes place in the Titanfall universe after Titanfall 2, and it's being distributed or produced by EA.
Boo.
No, I mean, yes, having another, launcher is annoying, but Apex Legends is worth it. I swear. Two amazing things they've done. Number one, movement. Movement feels so good in this game. Everyone runs at a really nice speed, but if you run and you crouch, you can slide. And I have played so much Warframe. Sliding a combat slide feels so fun when you're running and gunning.
I see.
And, the map is built with a lot of verticality. So when you're sliding down these hills, it's really fun. It's like going down a slide when you're a kid. But the movement feels real good. There's no fall damage. You can jump from wherever you land safe.
Yeah. Which is nice because you don't want to, oh, I fell, now I'm dead.
That
sucks.
That is one of the most frustrating things that, playing Fortnite and PUBG, you fall and you're like, crap, now I can't play.
Yeah.
Second amazing thing that they've added, the ping system.
Oh, yes, my friend was telling me about this. They're like, everything just needs to have this ping system.
It needs to. You play League of Legends.
Yeah.
You can testify how important, having pings are and different kinds of pings as a message system.
Yes.
Oh my god, every Battle Royale should have this kind of ping system. You have a ping wheel. You can ping things like enemies here, go here. You look at an item and you ping it. You tell your teammates, hey, there's this item right here. Your other teammates can see that ping. They can be like, call dibs. You can ping empty slots in your inventory asking your teammates that you need this item to alert what you need.
Oh.
Oh my god, the amount of information you can relay in just a click of a button.
Right.
Like, it's made this game, I think, so, different from the others, because information. You need to gather information in this game, clearly. It isn't, you're moving around. You got to get lucky on items and stuff. So you need as much information as you can. This system where click of a button, all the information, it makes the game amazing.
Nice. Yeah, and pings are so important for co-op games because there's so many people that just refuse to use a mic or just don't have one.
Definitely.
And so communication is so key. And so having that kind of system, people that don't have a mic, they don't feel hindered in any way.
Oh, definitely. And even if you have a mic, these in-game talk systems are okay at best.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to have that.
Just quick question. I know, you don't like Fortnite, but have you played any of these Battle Royale games? I know you love Overwatch.
I do love Overwatch. I have only played Call of Duty. What it was called, Blackout, I think.
Was that a Battle Royale game?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned the whole slide thing, because they did have the slide in that.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was kind of fun, but I played in the open beta, and after that it was $60. And
okay.
Apex Legends is free. I'm not paying $60.
Apex Legends is free to play. Did not mention that. Amazing free to play game.
Yes.
The loot system is like the Overwatch loot system. You level up, you get a chest, you get the skins. You can buy the skins if you want. You don't need to. You can craft them.
Yep.
So I asked that question. It's like, how do you feel about the genre in general?
I mean, I think I'm like you. I've always wanted to like the genre because it just sounds cool, And it's kind of like, Hunger Games. It always reminds me of that.
Yeah.
And I always thought that would be fun.
You thought the Hunger Games would be fun.
But so these games come out and I'm just never just nothing ever catches me. I'm just, this looks okay, I guess, but I don't feel like playing it. I'm just gonna go play League of Legends.
I definitely think Apex Legends, it's got legends in it. I, I think it's one that you would finally like. I finally liked it. The mechanics they've included, it's like a breath of fresh air. Actually feels good to play it.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Yeah, I didn't feel that in the other ones. Apex Legends, play it, download Origin. It's worth it.
Another quick announcement for musical nerds, I guess. So this year is the 15th anniversary of Wicked.
Whoa.
And they released their 15th anniversary special edition soundtrack on Spotify, and I'm sure like everywhere else. So I've been listening to it nonstop because I love Wicked, but I've never actually seen it.
Ever?
I
haven't seen it either, but
I refuse to watch it
Wait.
in video because I want to see it in person, and you can get that chance right now because they are playing in if you live in LA or like New York, you can probably always see it. But they're having but for the 15th anniversary, they're doing a US tour again, which they did like 3 years ago. And they came to Vegas, and I missed it because I had a crappy job, wasn't making enough money. But this year, they're coming back to Vegas in September, and they're going a bunch of places. So if you haven't seen Wicked and you want to go, make sure to check their website to see if they're coming to your city so you can go watch it. The music's so good, and I haven't seen the play, but I always only hear good things, so.
We talked about Frozen earlier, so let's focus in on this Idina Menzel thing. Is she gonna be on the tour?
No.
Aw.
Yeah, it's a new cast.
Well, that's still good.
So.
New blood.
Yeah, new blood. I want to see what they got.
Did they do anything special for the 15th anniversary soundtrack, like remixes or remasters or?
No, I don't think so. They have a bunch of live performances and stuff that I guess wasn't on. The problem is I don't know what was on the original edition.
Right, because you refuse to see it.
So, but yeah, I love Idina Menzel. She's an amazing singer, and she's Elsa. So this is my fix right now. Just listening to Defying Gravity, which is the equivalent to Let It Go, basically. And it's just great. It's great.
My face has gone stiff from just smiling. Was it Defying Gravity? That's gotta be an anthem at this point.
Oh yeah, it's so good. I love that song to death. Do you know any of the other songs from Wicked?
Nope. The thing, the thing people ask me, I sing musical songs all the time, but when people ask me, oh, do you like musicals? I say, I've never seen a musical, because I've never seen a musical.
Well, you've seen Les Mis, right? But that was the movie.
That's a movie.
It's a musical, though.
But it's a movie.
Right. It was a musical turned into a movie, which is still the musical in the movie.
But
you've never got to experience a live performance
right
in the theater.
Well, okay, then if we're gonna are we gonna classify musical movies as musicals?
I mean, if you're a fan of musicals, I would say yeah.
Okay.
Because you would still be a fan of musicals just because you've never seen it in person, right?
Well, then every Disney movie is a musical then.
I mean, technically, but I want to say more anything that was on Broadway, I guess.
Our quick diversion into the technicalities of musicals.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Disney's are basically musicals. I'll give you that. So
whatever. When people ask me, I just still say I've never ever seen a musical, and then proceed to sing Into the Woods.
Exactly. Yeah, I love Into the Woods. Oh man.
Oh, my favorite song from that is the one where the witch comes in and starts singing about her vegetables.
Nice. Nice. Make sure to go see it. If it's coming to your town and listen to the music. If you've never listened to any of Wicked music, obviously Defying Gravity is a huge staple. But if you want to listen to something else, I recommend No Good Deed, which is also sung by Idina Menzel, and I think that's my favorite song. So, and then What Is This Feeling is one of those like kind of jokier songs where it's Idina Menzel and then Kristen Chenoweth, I believe her name is, which is Elphaba and Galinda the Good Witch, and they're just singing about how much they detest each other, and it's just such a good time. I love that song. So as the recording of this episode on February 15th, the Doom Patrol series just premiered on the DC Universe app. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. So first off, I want to give a history of the Doom Patrol because I know a lot of people do not know who they are.
Please. I've only ever seen them in 2 things, and they were always depicted as losers.
Yes. So that is very correct. They're losers.
Jeez. Okay, DC.
So the Doom Patrol, first of all, their first appearance was in this comic book series called My Greatest Adventure, number 80, and it was back in 1963.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, it was written by Arnold Drake and Bruno Haney. Haney, yeah. And it was so weird that they were dubbed the strangest superheroes of their time. But the team consisted, the first team consisted of the Chief, who is the guy in the wheelchair, and he's supposed to be super smart. That's about it. Robot Man, who is a guy who got in a really bad car accident or just an accident, depending on which version you're talking about. And the only thing that survived was his brain, so it got put into a robot body, and now you have Robot Man. Elastigirl, not from Incredibles. This Elastigirl is super gross. So
What?
she's basically this like giant blob monster who
What?
can morph herself into other like things like people and stuff. And then you have Negative Man, who is the guy that he kind of looks like he's a mummy because he's just wrapped in all this gauze. And his whole shtick is like he got hit by this like this negative force that like destroyed his body, and what his power is he can project this force, and once he does, he basically leaves his body and he's this like force of lightning that can go through objects and blow things up. But once he does that, his body is just left on the ground and he's vulnerable. So if his body dies, he's dead.
Huh. He's like Ino from Naruto.
Yes, exactly like that. So that was the team back in the day, and it was actually surprisingly popular. It kind of stood like hand in hand with like the Fantastic Four and stuff for a while, but it got canceled back in 1968, which is only 5 years later, and it had several unsuccessful reboots until a man named Grant Morrison took up the mantle of writing Doom Patrol. Grant Morrison, I actually mentioned him as my person of the year, if you remember that.
A little.
Yeah, he's a huge writer at DC. He's written a bunch of stuff, and then he was like the president, and I said he was like the person of the year because he stepped down from his president role to start working on comics again, basically.
Oh yeah, okay, now I do remember that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, he took the Doom Patrol, and he was like, man, these guys are weird. You know what would be a good idea? Make them even more weird.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
So that's what he did. He took he took all the weird members of the Doom Patrol and he added more weird members, including this character called the Aped-Faced Girl, who has imaginary friends that I guess can do things. I don't know.
So they're imaginary but real.
Yeah. This character called Crazy Jane, who is kind of like Legion from Marvel. She has a bunch of personalities in her, except they're all insane. And they all come with I don't know. And they all come with their own power. So each time a new personality comes out, she has a different power too. And here's the weirdest one.
Oh, this is okay.
You just get ready for this. You're all right. So his name is Danny the Street, and he is a sentient road.
How? How does that even?
Not even kidding.
I wish you were. I know you're not. I wish you were.
He is just a sentient piece of pavement that can travel. He can travel he can basically teleport anywhere he wants. And I think he can. I'm not sure if he can travel through time, but I think he can.
What?
And yeah, he's just this piece of road that's alive. And apparently he's a good guy and a hero, and he gives a home to these people on the Doom Patrol.
Oh my goodness. Someone had so much fun making these wackos.
Yeah. So it's interesting. And that, unfortunately, and I guess not unfortunately, that also got canceled. And so the Doom Patrol then again went through a bunch of series of not really succeeding anywhere until their most recent adaptation, which was a part of this DC line called DC's Young Animal. And that was back in 2016. I actually picked it up. I have I think the first 3 comics of that new Doom Patrol. Mm-hmm. And basically what the DC's Young Animal was a place where things like the Doom Patrol could thrive. It was a line of comic books that were just super weird. So they had Shade the Changing Girl, and Carson Has a Cybernetic Eye, Mother Panic. You probably don't know what any of these are.
I don't.
But they were
these all sound like Goosebumps titles. Almost.
Yeah, they were just weird stories, right? And Doom Patrol was a part of them, and it was actually written by Gerald Way. If you don't know who Gerald Way is, he used to be the front man for My Chemical Romance.
Wait, I thought that was Gerard Way.
What? Oh, yeah, sorry, Gerard Way. But yeah, so...
Wait, but hold on, excuse me? Gerard Way wrote these comics?
Yeah, he took up the mantle to write Doom Patrol. And let me just say, I picked up the first issue, and I read it, I put it down, and I was just like, what did I just read?
Please, was the sentient piece of pavement back?
He is back. And apparently he has these powers. He created a human named Casey, and he uses her to talk to the Doom Patrol because he can't do it himself.
No, you can't. You can't. How can you do this? Gerard Way.
It was funny though because I really liked her character, but
oh my god.
It was, and there was this one part where I remember specifically because it honed into this trash can, and it was why does it keep zooming into this trash can? Apparently Robo Man and I think Negative Man were having some adventure microscopically inside this half-eaten burrito. So there's that.
What is... I don't know. I went in not knowing anything about the Doom Patrol. I'm not sure I gleaned any information.
Exactly.
This is like if you took Bobo, that weird anime, and made it a fucking DC property.
Oh, man. So, that ended up getting canceled. The whole line of the young animal actually ended up getting canceled. Some of the series actually went on to move to DC's main line, so that's nice. But Doom Patrol didn't, unfortunately. But that brings us to today, where Doom Patrol, very ambitious to put that into live action, is now a new series on the DC app. And, well, to give my review, it's really good.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, that. So first of all, the characters that are on the Doom Patrol in this version are Robot Man, which he's in every version. He's the only person that's always in every version. Robot Man, the Chief, Elastigirl, Negative Man, Crazy Jane, and Cyborg. Why they decided to put in Cyborg, I don't know yet, because he's still not in the show.
What the?
But from the pilot, basically the first episode is like a character, like a background of all, like the origins of all these characters. And so you have the narrator, who is Alan Tudyk, by the way. So he's in this. If you know who that is, you're already sold, because he's amazing in anything. But he's telling the story about these heroes, and he right off the bat says, like, I know you came for a story about heroes, but these guys are losers. So it goes through this story about these all these stupid heroes and why they basically suck, and they're just like they're stuck in this house, and you're just getting to know them, and it's like revealed what their threat is. The whole like pilot is kind of like character introduction. But it's like written so well, because to give you a comparison, I care about all these characters way more from one episode than I did the Titans in 13 episodes.
Holy.
Like, that's how much better this show is written. And you don't see much from the first episode other than the fact like that it's weird. And you get a lot of good backstory, but it has a lot of promise about these ragtag heroes who the world basically rejects, but they're gonna save it anyway because they love their neighborhood and they want to do good things.
I'm kind of getting Misfits vibes from this.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I love that show.
To get that, there's a throwback for you. But
right?
Oh no, the sentient pavement isn't there.
The sentient pavement is not there that I know of.
Sal, you can't get my hopes up like that.
But Crazy Jane is, isn't it? And she's probably the best one because she has this personality called Sledgehammer.
What?
And it's this like douchebag of a character who drops the F-bomb like every word.
Holy.
By the way, this is a very mature show.
Thank you.
Yeah, the F-bomb is dropped so much, and there's a couple nudity scenes. So if you were expecting this show to be any safe for work, it is not. But it is good. Trust me.
I want to circle back for a second, because you brought up Titans.
Yes.
Does the Doom Patrol show, because they showed up in the Titans show, right? At one point?
Yes.
Is this show happening like concurrently with Titans? Is this before? Is this after? Because I don't know if you mentioned it, because Beast Boy was on the Doom Patrol, right?
Yeah, so Beast Boy was part of the Doom Patrol in Titans, and it was these same Doom Patrol members. So I'm guessing it takes place before, because you have the origins of these characters, and in Titans they seemed pretty established. However, they could have just like retconned like the whole Titans thing, and they're just doing their.
You watch Titans? Do you think that'd be a smart move?
Yeah.
No.
But to be fair, the Doom Patrol, they didn't do much in the Titans. I honestly think they were just teased to be like, hey, we're gonna do a Doom Patrol show. Do you want these characters?
The CW tactic.
Yeah, I think that's what they did. But I definitely highly recommend it. I mean, at least watch the first episode. It's good.
You've gotten my hopes up for these.
The Sentient Road?
Yes, this wacky, like, dumb good show that it sounds like. Or, like, story.
So, I mean...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it definitely seems a little bit more grounded in reality.
Oh, does it?
I mean, a little bit. Explaining the comics and then explaining the show, it does. And like in the next episode, if they just meet some girl named Cassie, I'm just gonna lose my mind.
My face.
But yeah, it's good because it has, these characters are so, like, I say they're so well written again because their personalities are so distinct, and they say that they're losers, right?
Right.
And they actually give off that, like, impression that these people are losers, or at least most of them. And so it's this weird, like, love-hate relationship, and also kind of feeling sorry, but wanting them to succeed and not succeed at the same time.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, it's that good balance.
It's that, what was that Netflix show with Fiona?
Fiona.
The main character is Fiona. Her family's poor. Gallagher.
Oh, Shameless.
Yeah, it's like that feeling. Like, you've got these people, you're rooting for them, but they've got this self-destructive tendencies.
Exactly. So it seems, yeah, it's very much that kind of style. And it's just, it's a good time. Just the first episode is a good time.
If it's anything, it sounds like a good time.
Yeah, so check it out. See if you like it. It might be too weird for you. If it's not weird enough, go read the comic. I mean, I can deal with weird stuff, but even I had to put down the comic.
Has Gerard Way ever said anything about that comic?
I don't even know. I do know when it got canceled, he's like, we're gonna bring it back, but it didn't come back.
Oh my God. Whew. Well, that's what we got excited about this week. Gotta massage my face a little, but if you enjoyed what you heard, consider sharing it with a buddy. There's that feeling that I just had in this past hour and a half of sharing the things I love. There isn't, that's one of the greatest feelings I feel. But telling a buddy would help us. Word of mouth is great for podcasts. Leaving ratings on our Apple iTunes page and our Stitcher page and our SoundCloud page, those would help. If you have recommendations for the show or things we should check out, like crazy whacked out things like Doom Patrol, feel free to leave those in the comments as well. Or you can join our Discord channel. We have a Discord with dedicated channels, asking for nut jar offerings. Thank you again, Kazel, for your question. Things we should check out, general improvement recommendations. We're always trying to improve. Some more exciting news that I want to share. During the week of May 17th through 19th, we're going to be part of a charity live stream.
Yay!
So the wonderful duo over at the Epic Film Guys podcast, they are hosting this annual charity event they've been doing for the last 3 years called Livestream for the Cure. They partnered with the Cancer Research Institute, and they're, raising money for immunotherapy. This is the third one. Their goal this year is actually $7,500. And during the past 2 streams, the Cancer Research Institute has matched the donations. So that's incredible. They're going for 40 hours of live streaming. We're showing up on May 17th at 2:30 p.m. PST. But I'm going to be tuned in during the whole event because I listened to the Epic Film Guys podcast. I love their enthusiasm. It's pretty infectious how much they love movies. And I got to learn about some pretty whacked out movies like Jojo Rabbit, which is made by Taika Waititi, if you remember Thor Ragnarok. And in this movie, he's playing Hitler.
Nice.
Which that's probably the worst movie description ever, but go check out their episode 179, most anticipated movies of 2019. It's great. A lot of, oh my God, like they were talking about like Velvet Buzzsaw a little. That was kind of what I was looking forward to. But yeah, Epic Film Guys podcast. May 17th through the 19th, they're going to be streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv, Epic Film Guys. Check it out. Sal, do you want to plug anything?
Yes. So you can find me at Salzik on Twitter, at Mr. Salzik on Instagram, and you can find me streaming on Twitch with my buddy Suspiria. So it's twitch.tv/where is Suspiria. That is Suspiria. And we are finishing up Red Dead Redemption 2. So we do, yeah, it's getting pretty intense, actually. We stream at 6 p.m. PST on Thursday nights.
And you can find me on Twitter at @ArielEyes_. I'm not sure how Twitter works when searching for people, but I think you can also look up Sentient Slime. That's my current name. I'm not doing any other kind of media projects, but I mean, if there's any other like kind of philanthropy or charity work other podcasts are doing, like hit us up. This is what I want to do, you know? Like when I saw the tweet for Livestream for the Cure, I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing. How can I help?
Yeah.
And yeah, so hit us up. Thank you again for listening, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Goodbye.